Now, let's understand few things of breathing before we begin into deep practice today. So, when we inhale and hold, in yoga language, we call it puraka. Say with me, purak. What do we say? Purak. When we inhale and when we inhale, we call it purak. Now, what is the difference between normal inhalation and yogic inhalation? We are aware that we are inhaling. Once again, we are aware that. So, the moment I start speaking, you will inhale and hold. Okay? Inhale. So, what happens? That prana is pulled from the universal energy inside our body. What happens? The prana, the universal energy, gets pulled inside our body the moment we are conscious about it, or else the prana levels are down because the soul is not aware that he is in a process of meditation. Are we all clear? When we inhale, that's called purak. Say with me. When I inhale with awareness, that in yoga language is called purak. So breath is a vehicle. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, when you're inhaling, that's called purak. When you exhale, there is no prana there. It's absorbed by the body. There is no prana when you exhale because the prana has been sucked up by the cells inside our body. That which does not have the prana is called rechak. What is called? Rechak. So just be aware when I'm talking, just be aware of your breath body and inhale and exhale. So when we inhale with awareness and we allow our body to hold the breath, in return, we are allowing more prana to be absorbed in our body and mind. This process is called purak. This process is called purak. So inhale deeply with awareness, 100% awareness. Now, little deeper of the breath nuance we will work on today, and that is that there is a vehicle moving, which because of which I am alive. To be aware of the subtle, to be to feel the subtle, we have to understand the language of subtle spaces. To be aware of subtle experiences, we have to slowly now learn to understand subtle spaces. Okay, now, second, when I am breathing, inhaling with awareness and allowing the prana to be absorbed in the body, you will see that when you sleep, there is a regularity of pattern of breathing. When I sleep, there is a very regular, someone snores, you can see the pattern. After every 30 seconds, the snore comes back. Am I right? That's why in the yoga language, we call it that sleep is immediate death. When the body gets tired after aging of 80, 90, 100, 110, then what happens? The prana level absorption decreases because of lack of awareness of the cells in the brain. Here, anatomy, Gray's Anatomy book, even if you read, the information of the mind is very less. The research of the mind is very less up till now. That's why to work with any dimension of modification of the mind like dementia, memory losses, madness, schizophrenia, is very difficult to treat because we are not able to understand that the subtle spaces changes the dimension of the mind. Once again, the subtle spaces changes the dimension of the mind. So in yoga, why a yogi is able to survive till 120, 117, 116? Because in his living body, from the day he starts his yoga practice, yoga is not physical practice. Yoga is not a physical practice. Most of the Western people have understood yoga as just few postures. No, it's much more deeper, much more subtler. Are we all getting something? So when we inhale with awareness, it is called purak. When we exhale with awareness, which does not have a prana, is called rechak. Are we clear on these 2 points? Are you inhaling with awareness and exhaling with me? Or you're just listening? Yes, just be aware of this vehicle now. Beautiful. Now, when we hold the breath, that's called kumbhak. In English language, Ram becomes Rama, so Purak becomes Puraka, Rechak becomes Rechaka, and Kumbhak becomes Kumbhaka. But the Sanskrit word is Purak, Rechak, Kumbhak.